All right, so good evening. I'm excited to be here and joining you, interact with you. Upon hearing the opportunity that you guys are having your SRC President come Friday, I was excited to be here to have an interaction with you guys, even ahead of the election. My name is Joel of Campus Voice. How about you, please?
I'm Haruna Rashid Yusuf.
Please, what program do you offer here?
Yeah, I'm doing strategic communication.
That's very fine. And you are the President Aspirant, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Please, how about you?
My name is Elizabeth Jifa Agbatapa.
Okay.
I am in level 200 and I'm offering business administration.
Okay.
I'm running as his vice.
As the vice to Mr. Haruna. Wow, that's Haruna Idrisu, right? Haruna Idrisu in the making. Wow, that's very nice. You have your eyes on the ball, just like your boss has said. Haruna Idrisu, he always say, I have my eyes on the ball.
Yes.
So your eyes are on the ball. That's nice. Going into this election, we want to know shortly from you as the President Aspirant. What are some of the things you think you are bringing on board to make a difference? Because there's been a lot of presidents that have come in the past. Are you going to do anything different?
Yes, I'm going to do a lot of different stuffs. So me coming into this election is for me to improve the living conditions of, or let me say, the living life of students on campus, and then also represent the collective voice of students with integrity and dedication. And some of the things I've seen on campus that I want to really address has to do with our welfare. With school fees, we pay about 3,000 something. And in these school fees, I know there are maintenance fees, there are development fees in it. But with our classrooms, you go there and some of our fans are not working. You'll be in the classroom funding yourself. Some of your friends might be using this this electronic fan, and you'll be hearing the noise. So you'll be sometimes distracted in the class. You can't focus. If your friend is using the book, you'll be hearing this noise. You have to tell the child, and there's a lecturer in the class. So sometimes it becomes difficult to focus. You see yourself sweating, your friends will be sweating as if you are jogging. Meanwhile, you are in class. So it is one thing I want to really tackle and make sure that you have a conducive environment for our students to study properly, to get the value for the money they are paying for. Because to get 3,000 to pay for school fees is not an easy task. And then the next thing too has to do with closing the gap of communications between the SRC and then the student body. Okay. You see, what I've witnessed in AUCB is that mostly we don't make good use of the class reps. Okay. So my administration is going to make sure that we have the class reps as our backbone. Okay. We have periodical meetings with them for them to inform us what is happening on campus, what is happening in their class, what are their students saying, what is their grievances. Bring it to us, let's channel it to management so that they can solve the grievances that we have on campus. Because I might be in the office, I don't know what is happening in level 100, in level 300, I can't know everything. And we have put in class reps there, and we always say they are part of SRC. But apart from doing their class, we're going to call a lecturer, taking the books and stuff. So we don't give an announcement. We don't make good use of them. So we have planned that we are going to have a periodical meetings with them so that they tell us their grievances. Let them know that yes, they are part of SRC. They are a body of SRC. So it is their duty to inform us whatever is happening on campus in their class or their colleagues, so that we all come together and solve all issues that is in the class to make AUCB a better place for us to stay. And another thing has to do with we bringing AUCB, we're linking up with other schools like the Legon, ATU, Eugene, that's city campus. It's when you come to AUCB, it's more of like theory. Okay. You just be in the class, learn, and then you graduate. Okay. But then you see, in school we have sporting activities. Exactly. Some people go out there to become great footballers through school. Yes. Some people become actors through school. There are a lot of things that you might come to school to learn, but you end up pursuing another career through this student socialization and activities. So we've planned to bring this gap, close the gap between AUCB and other schools like the Legon I mentioned, so that when they are having activities, being it sports, being it festival, whatever it is, they can invite AUCB, or when we're also having activities, we can also invite them over so that they can have a feel of, AUCB, or we can also have a feel of them so that we socialize, we mingle with each other, we make friends. I might finish AUCB and I'll go there and all I meet is my AUCB classmates. I don't know anyone from Lagos and stuff. So when I enter into an office, I'll be like, I went to AUCB. Really? How come you didn't do this? But if you socialize, we mingle together, you might go to an office of, ooh, it's you, so and so from AUCB, right? We met at this program, right? Yeah, well, yeah, let me see what I can do with this. And then you find yourself in a good stance with whatever you're doing, or you find your way through with what you're doing. The next one has to do with international students.
Okay.
When you come to AUCB here, we have international students who are schooling here, and we cannot take them out when we are contesting for SRC, or when you're SRC, you cannot really take them out. And in the past years, I've seen that the international students, it's not really acknowledged. So we are taking it upon ourselves to co-opt one of the international students as part of SRC, so that when we are having meetings, they also come on board, tell us their grievances, tell us what is happening with the international student body, and then we will channel it to the management. Because even if they take their issues to management will still tell them that, hey, bring it down to SRC. But they don't have a mouthpiece in SRC, so it becomes difficult to really associate themselves with the SRC to make sure that their grievances are met.
Let me come in there over there. So have you tried interacting with these people already, or you are now going to engage them?
Yes, we've interacted with them. We've had a discussion with them. We've assured them that yes, we are going to make sure that we co-opt them to be part of us, and it is one of the things I am going to do. I am in to serve to make AUCB a better place, to leave a legacy. My duty is not just to come and be walking around also Uboro or whatever. No, exactly. I put myself out to be an SRC president because I feel like I have the capabilities to also help my colleagues to make AUCB a better place for us to get the value of the money we are paying for, because it's not easy to make 2,200 and something to come pay school fees.
Exactly, but let me just carry short on that. In your interactions with some of these students, have they been able to come up with some of the issues they think you as an SRC president should deal with when you come? I think you've mentioned a few of them already, like interacting with the class reps to bring their challenges and all that. Aside that, and your policies, have they in particular mentioned any of their challenges to you?
Yes, they've mentioned a lot, and a couple of them are what I mentioned. Okay. I'm a student here myself. Exactly. I've been a class rep, so I know what goes on. I know the back and forth of whatever is happening. And I always say I'm sacrificing myself for AUCB students. I am not in to just showcase myself as a president, but I want to sacrifice myself. Whatever it is that even if I have to do for you that I'm going to lose something as a student or whatever, I don't care. Mine is to sacrifice myself for AUCB students to make the place a better place, so that when you go out there and you tell anyone that, oh, I just left AUCB, or I'm a student of AUCB, you're like, oh, you can also join us. It's a nice school, and that will come from a student who like the kind of legacy you put behind. But if he's living a school that it feels like everything is dull, you go to washroom, it's not nice, the classrooms are hot, he will not recommend the school to anyone.
Exactly. So and this actually is making a lot of students lose interest in SRC, because I think in my interactions with other students in other universities, these are some of the things you get a lot, because they said, I don't know why I have to go and vote, because they come, they just occupy a position, do their things and leave, nothing different. And so I like the fact that you are mentioning that you want to really be involved to leave a legacy for these people, and I'm sure it's also going to serve as an example for the other aspirants or other persons that would like to occupy the same role.
Yes, so you see, when you come to AUCB, it's two schools, as communications and business. And because I want to have everybody involved, I want to have the business school, the communication school, everybody involved. It's not about numbers that, oh, communication has a number, so all my team should come from communication. No, we have two schools here. So I want to serve the two bodies. I want to serve everybody equally. So I went in for a vice president from the business school.
Exactly, that is Madam.
Madam, and apart from she being a business school student, she's also an actress and now a producer.
Okay.
So she has what it takes to also manage our ladies, and then the students from the business season to also feel like, yeah, this time around we also have a rep in SRC.
Okay.
So whatever it is, we know who to match up to.
Exactly.
And then the next thing has to do with, IT. These days, when you go out there to seek for work, if you are a businessman or whether you are a communicator, a PR,
At least.
most of the companies
literacy.
want computer literacy. They want you to have also something at your fingertips, being it graphic designs or you know much about Word or stuffs. Even these politicians, they want communicators who can handle those stuffs.